Texas League Baseball is next. And a good evening, everybody, and welcome into the broadcast. And now here's the star of the show, Jonathan Baker. Well, thank you, Bob. We'd like to welcome you to Texas League Baseball here on this Thursday night. It is the third game of our six-game set between the visiting Corpus Christi Ux and your Flying Chanclas de San Antonio. Well, tonight is Taco Bell Value Night as we continue our series against Corpus Christi. And so far, we are just super excited that you guys are coming in and getting ready for the grand old game. Series continues tomorrow night, 7:05 our first pitch, as it is $2 Fridays here for Dr. Pepper Value Night. Gotta say, it is going to be also our Flying Chanclas, as mission jerseys are going to be worn through the game and going to be pretty good. Saturday, post-game fireworks after the game on that evening, so stay in your seats after the ball game and enjoy the best fireworks show courtesy of West Creek Trail Rides. Sunday, we wrap up the series as we get ready for a 1:05 first pitch. After that, Missions will head off north to Wichita to take on the Wichita Wind Surge in a 6-game set. Then coming back home to take on a 7-game homestand, versing off the visiting Frisco Rough Riders. Don't forget, on Wednesday, May 29th, will be our doubleheader against the Rough Riders, as we play 2 7-inning games, 30 minutes in between. That is Wednesday afternoon at 4 o'clock right here on MLB Network, and also the show and YouTube Live. Catch those live streams as it becomes available on that evening. I've got to say, a 7-game set against the Frisco Rough Riders. 2 doubleheader games, and games continuing till the next month as we go through June and stuff. And gotta say, pretty good for a 7-game homestand right after that. Well, gotta say, Bob, we welcome you and everybody into the pregame show. And so far, we are super excited that we're back here again after yesterday's morning's ball game. And I gotta say, we had a packed house last yesterday, and I gotta say, it was a pretty good one. Last yesterday? Where did you come up with that one there, Bob? It was yesterday morning. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I couldn't find my own words. Well, that's okay, Bob. I know we've pretty much had a busy week, and so far we're about ready to wrap up after another couple of games here starting tomorrow night, and then Saturday and Sunday games against Corpus Christi. Yeah, I gotta say, John, absolutely right about that. Well, if everybody is ready to go, we're taking you down on the field as we get set for this game. Taco Bell Value Night, proud sponsor of Taco Bell and Dr. Pepper. So, gotta say, hope you guys are super excited for this broadcast here this evening on a cloudy one. Your Flying Chanclas taking the field, and so far just nice looking jerseys for this game and stuff. Dylan Lesko, a right-hander, will get the starting nod for San Antonio. What do we know, Bob? Lesko can throw a four-seam fastball and a command where he usually puts his pitch right up the middle in the strike zone. So pretty good on that one as well. Jesus Bastidas coming in as about ready to go for Corpus Christi. And three magic words, let's play ball, and we are underway as that one's taken inside for a strike, and it is 0-1. Our first pitch is 7:05 on this evening. Not much of a pregame show, but he swings and misses at that, and the count now is 0-2. So far, give you ball clubs here this evening. Midland at Springfield, Corpus Christi at San Antonio, Frisco at Amarillo, Northwest Arkansas at Arkansas. That one is hit down right there, up to right field for a base knock. Wichita at Tulsa. And that one is right there in the ball, and the count now 1-0. Next batter up for Corpus Christi is Jacob Brewer as he starts in. And the pitch. That one is chopped foul, and the count now 1-1. Runner at first in the start of this ball game, top of the first inning for the Hooks. And that one is inside for a code strike, and it's 1-2. One ball, two strikes to count to Jacob Brewer, and he's going to get down, and that is one away after the strikeout. And that'll bring up Brian Arias. Arias coming in, takes one outside, one ball, no strikes. Hooks wearing their good-looking jerseys. We'll say wearing the Sky Blues yesterday and start of a series on Tuesday. Right there and inside, the count now 2 balls, no strikes. Two and 0 delivery. Right there and in, and that's a count now 2-1. Two and 1. Right there and inside, and that'll even up at 2-2. Two and 2 one more time. Right there, strike 3. Get him down, and he is out on strikes. That'll bring up Justin Durden. Durden coming in. He'll take one outside. 1 ball, no strikes. High in the air up the left. Howell under it, and he makes a play to end the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left. As we head to the bottom of the first, and it's no score through the top of 1. Now we're back here right after this. It is no score through the top half of the first. We're back for the bottom of the first right here on the Missions Baseball Network. As we get set for this half inning, Jonathan Sprinkle coming in to start up on the hill for Corpus Christi. Well, gotta say, pretty good as he's got a fastball of 96 miles an hour. And the left fielder, Corey Howell's drying up now. And that's a line drive up to right. That's a base knock. Boy, he comes out of the bullpen and hits the first pitch he sees right there to right. And that is a base hit on that one. Well, the first things first, John, is they got to try to get in there and score that run. And now, Michael De La Cruz coming in as the second batter for the Missions. And a pitch. That one down and in, and that'll even up at 1-1. Runner at first and nobody out. And a pitch. And that one's going to get right there, and that's going to get caught right there by the second baseman as he had to duck to get that one. And that is out number one, but runner at first goes to second. And that was a good assist right there as he stops it. And that'll bring up the center fielder, Joshua Mears, as he takes one down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. And a pitch. That one is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. And that one's going to be right there. Line drive up to right center. That's a base knock. The run from second is in to score an RBI single. Going to an RBI double for Joshua Mears. And that'll be a Taco Bell double right there. 1-0 San Antonio. Now in this ball game. So I will say that the Rockhounds winning last night. They are 23-12. San Antonio trailing 2.5 games against the Rockhounds. And now Nolan Watson. And that's going to be line drive over the third baseman's head. And that's going to put runners at first and third. And boy, Corpus Christi getting in a early threat zone. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Graham Pauley. See if they could get in here and get things going here for the Chanclas. And a pitch. That one down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. So far on a Wednesday night, Frisco and Amarillo were rained out. They are making up their 2 7-inning games tonight. And that's going to be lifted. High fly in the air. And that's going to be caught and right. Here comes the runner at 90. And that is a sacrifice fly. 90 from scoring in the second run of the ball game. And the designated hitter is Kai Murphy. 2 away, runner at first, 2-0 flying Chanclas. And that's going to be hard hit right there. High fly in the air, up to right. and that is it. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors for San Antonio. As we end 1 inning here this evening, it's 2-0 Flying Chanclas. On now to the top of the 2nd inning, as Kennedy Corona will try up for Corpus Christi. When we come back, it's 2-0 Flying Chanclas. We're back here for the top of the 2nd, right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Kennedy Corona steps in for inning number 2 here for Corpus Christi. As Lesko comes and underway of his 2nd inning. As that is fouled off, the count now 0-1. The wind up the 0-1. Right there in the end, and that's a strike. Count now 0-2. 2 balls to no strikes. Here's the pitch. That one high fly in the air and right. De La Cruz has got it. And that is out number 1. And that'll bring up Jacob Melton. Melton coming in, ready to go. And the pitch. High in the air up to left center. Mears getting after this one. He'll make the play, and that is 2 quick outs here in this top of the frame. Tyler Whitaker coming in as he strides up in for Corpus Christi. And the pitch. Right there and inside, that's a strike. And the count now is 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to Whitaker as he comes in with an average of .154. As he takes in a strike, and it's the count now 0-2. Could be another 1-2-3 inning here for the Hooks. And the pitch. High in the air up to center. Mears in pursuit. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Well, 2.5 here for this game as it is a 2-0 San Antonio lead as we head for the bottom of the 2nd. Coming up right after this break. Second baseman Lucas Dunn will come in. When we get back, it's a 2-0 San Antonio lead. We're back here for the bottom of the second, right here for the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Lucas Dunn coming in as we get set for the bottom of the second. Line drive up the center. That's a base knock. Boy, blistered that ball right there, and he sure had it right where he wanted it. Yeah, he sure did, and that was a perfect base knock. Shortstop Ray Patrick Ditter coming in as that's taken outside for the ball. Count now is 1-0. Boy, I bet Sprinkle ain't doing too good at all this evening. 14 pitches for his first 2 innings of this ball game, and those 2 runs are going to be his responsibility, the third as well. Even though, Bob, if this run comes in across the score, he would be responsible for the 3. Yes, I agree. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner at first, nobody out, bottom of the second. San Antonio up just to 2. And that is popped foul, and the count now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count. And that is chopped foul again. They're still hanging on at 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. And that's going to be right there up the left. And that's going to be caught by the left fielder for out number 1.
Batting ninth, the catcher,
The catcher is Brandon Valenzuela. As he comes in, he's ready to go. And the pitch. That one high in the air, up to right. And up is the right fielder to make the play for out number 2. And that'll bring us up to the top of the San Antonio lineup. Stepping in, left fielder Corey Howell. Howell coming in, ready to go. And that's going to be hit to the shortstop, and they'll pass to the second baseman for out number 3. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left. 8-9-1 due up, top of the third for Corpus Christi. When we return, it's a 2-0 San Antonio lead. Tommy Sacco Jr. coming in when we return in this broadcast. About ready for the top of the third, right here on the Missions Baseball Network. As we get into the third, Tommy Sacco Jr. coming in for Corpus Christi. And the pitch. Right there and in, that's a strike. And it's the count now, 0-1. Sacco Jr. is a .283 average for the Hooks here this season. He's had 5 home runs, 6 RBIs for the Hooks here in this season.
Ball hot.
Well, where have you been, John? You're getting a little stuttery again. That's all right, Bob. Doing my level best.
No, that's a
And
ball.
that one right there, 2 balls, 2
Two
strikes. Two, 2. And that one is high fly in the air, and that will not get it fair. That's foul. Here's the pitch. And right there for a full count now, 3-2. On deck is CJ Stubbs coming in for Corpus Christi. It's a 3-2, and that's going to be right there, and that ball is going to get down and fair. And he's going to try to stretch it in, and he does. That's a stand-up double for Sacco Jr. CJ Stubbs coming in. And the pitch. That is high fly in the air. In left center is Mears. And he makes the grab. Tagging up is a runner from second. And that runner 90 feet away in from scoring.
Now batting, the second baseman, Jesus Bastidas.
Well, Jesus Bastidas coming in. 1 for 1 here for this evening, as he had a single way back in the first. No balls, 1 strike. Runner at third, 1 away, and that's going to be right there. They'll trade in a run for an out. And that is a sacrifice right there, as that'd be a ground ball to a fielder's choice. In now is Jordan Brewer. Brewer coming in, ready to go. Here's the pitch to him. He'll foul that one off. And the count now is 0-1. Here's the pitch. High in the air up to left. Howell makes the grab, and that is the inning. Well, 1 run on the sacrifice on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the third. When we come back, it's 2-1 San Antonio in this one. Michael De La Cruz leads off the bottom of 3. When we come back, it's 2-1 Missions. About ready for the bottom of the third right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, as Michael De La Cruz steps in, we're ready to go for the bottom half of 3. Pitch by Sprinkle. That one is in the middle for a strike, and it's 0-1. Swing and miss, and that's the count now, 0-2. Go 2. Right there, line drive up to right field. That's a base knock.
Now batting, the center fielder,
That'll bring up the center fielder, Joshua Mears. And that looks like it's going to get down. Extra base is up to left center. That's a base knock. Runner from first is going home, and that will be a RBI double. And boy, that will stretch up the lead to 3-1 now. Boy, and that was a beautiful line drive base knock right there, John. It sure was, Bob. One of them things is you could get up to left center and hit it that way, and you put runners on base that easily. Yeah, you sure can. And now, Nolan Watson. That one is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. New score here, bottom of 3, 3-1 San Antonio here in this game. And that one is fouled off. The count now 1-1. A lot of fans watching from Bayfront Park there at the beach in Corpus Christi. And that's going to be line drive. That's going to get down for a base knock. And they have to hold up the corners at first and third. Still nobody out. And that'll bring up the hot corner third baseman, Graham Pauley. Pauley coming in, trying to stretch in this lead even wider in the margin. And that's going to be line drive back up the middle, a base hit, and another run in to score. As now San Antonio stretches their lead now to 3. Boy, that was pretty good. I thought the pitcher would have had that one. But instead he misses it, and it's down for a line drive base knock. Designated hitter Kai Murphy takes in a cold strike, gets 0-1. And a fly out in the first. Runners at first and second, nobody out. 2 runs in this half inning in the score. Another 2 on base. And pretty good on that one. That one fouled off. The count now 0-2. 106 triple digit on the mile per hour speedometer. And that's going to get down for a base knock. And here comes a runner from second. And another run in to score. Boy, it's just one run after another. That's their 3rd run of this half inning. And boy, I gotta say, I don't think they're done here yet. Nope. So 5-1 San Antonio. And that looks like it'll get down for a base knock, and that will load up the bases. The bases are loaded, nobody out, and boy, it's getting bad for Jonathan Sprinkle out there for Corpus Christi. And we're going to have to hold everything as here comes the manager And that's going to do for him in this half inning. So he's gone 3 2/3 innings, and boy, this is going to be a worse night for him in this one, as he will walk to the bullpen. And that'll bring up the first reliever of the night, Jairo Solis, as he tries to work out this half inning and try to get some much needed outs as humanly possible. As bases are loaded. And that is inside for a code strike. It's 0-1 to an 8-hole batter, shortstop Ray Patrick Ditter, as he comes in. Boy, grand slam would make it up to 9-1. And that is going to be fouled, and the count now 0-2. That one is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 98 miles an hour for that one. And a pitch. And that one in the inside corner will knock down Ray Patrick Ditter. And he goes back to the bullpen, getting struck out without looking. The 9-hole batter, catcher Brandon Valenzuela, coming in, and that's going to be line drive. And that's going to put runners on. And I don't know, kickoff right there as they tag him out, a double play. As that'll put runners at second and third. A big mistake by 2 guys being on second. And still San Antonio has a big lead in front of them. It's now 6-1. As 4 runs come in, another 2 on bases. So that's going to be lifted right there, and that will finally put the end of this one behind us. 4 runs on 6 base knocks, and no errors here in this half inning. We head for the 4th. It is San Antonio 6, Corpus Christi 1. Ryan Arias will lead off the 4th inning. When we come back, it is 6-1 San Antonio. We're back for the top of the 4th right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, as we start the 4th inning, Brian Arias coming in for Corpus Christi. Boy, gotta say, a lot of runs. Bottom of the third inning, 4 runs for San Antonio comes in across the score. And yep, I will say that's a big margin as we are 6-1 here in this game. Next batter up is Justin Durden. He strides in. And that's going to be right there, line drive up to right field. And that's going to be a base knock.
Now back, the right fielder, Kennedy Corona.
And that'll bring up Kennedy Corona, the right fielder for the Hooks. And the pitch. That is popped foul, and the count now 0-1. The 0-1. Outside, 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1. And that is popped foul. The count now 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes the count. The pitch. And that's going to get right there. And they will try to get them both, but that will get down for a base knock, as that will put runners at first and second. And that's going to be right there. Step on the bag. And they get them both a Taco Bell double play. And that's a 3-6-4 double play right there, as that will end this half inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left as we head for the bottom of the 4th. It is 6-1 San Antonio. We're back for more right after this commercial messages from West Creek Trail Rides. Take it away, my friend Bob. Yes, I gotta say, West Creek Trail Rides off of 151 and Wise Man Road. Just go down to West Creek Oaks Drive, take a left right there, and go all the way down until you see a ranch on your right-hand side. It's called West Creek Trail Rides, and they'll have a billboard, and so far, set up your reservation for horseback riding, as it is a Tuesday through Sunday type schedule for horseback riding. And so far, just dial the 1-800 number, or the 210 number, I shall say. But anyway, if John will get that for me, we'll give you a call, or you could give them a call and stuff. And we are a proud sponsor of West Creek Trail Rides. This is our season for sponsoring them here in the baseball. And so far, it is going pretty good. West Creek Trail Rides, 12230 West Creek Oaks Drive, San Antonio, Texas. Phone number is 210-968-1524. That is 210-968-1524. Call or set up your reservation today or online at westcreektrailrides.com. Thank you, Bob, and gotta say that's pretty good, as well as we also sponsor these people and their ranch here on Missions Baseball. And don't forget, we do sponsor them on Bark in the Park Sunday, presented by Petco and PetSmart and our pet supply places. And gotta say, pretty good as of that. Well, we head for the bottom of the 4th inning right here on the Missions Baseball Network, as Michael De La Cruz coming in for the Missions here this evening. And so far, pretty good. That one is hit high in the air up to center. And that is going to be out number 1. Well, not a well hard hit ball right there. Yeah, I know, Bob. That was A weak fly contact right there. And that's going to be right there. Line drive up the left, and that's a base knock. Yeah, pretty good right there as he comes in and gets things going. As that's going to be a 1-out single, and that will bring in Nolan Watson, the number 4 batter. Yeah, so Jacob Marcy and Nathan Mortarella, we'll talk about those two boys. Well, during our last road series up there in Frisco, the boys were called up to the Miami Marlins Association. And gotta say, they are both in the majors. Those two guys have free agencies. Jacob Marcy and Nathan Mortarella. Marcy served almost half the year with San Antonio and drafted in the year 2019 in the Padres organization up in Amarillo. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and that one popped high in the air. Second baseman getting this one, and that is right there, and that out number 2.
The third baseman.
Third baseman is Graham Pauley. He's 1 for 1 single, 2 RBIs and a run. I will say their names again so that we know them. That is first baseman Nathan Mortarella and right fielder Jacob Marcy. 2 former San Antonio prospects getting called up to the Miami Marlins. That's right there, up and right, and that will be the end of this half inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left as we head for the 5th inning here tonight. San Antonio up 5 runs ahead of Corpus Christi. It's 6-1 here this evening as we head for the 5th, as Tyler Whitaker will stride in for the top of the 5th inning for Corpus Christi here in this one. We're back for more when we come back. We're back here to start the top of the fifth right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Tyler Whitaker striding up now for Corpus Christi. As we lead off the fifth, Whitaker comes in and he'll take in a strike shy of the inside corner, and that's the count 0-1. Well, I gotta say, down 5 runs, trailing San Antonio. And that one hit high fly in the air. Second baseman Dunn camped under it, makes the play, and that's out number 1.
Now batting, shortstop, Tommy Sacco Jr.
Well, Tommy Sacco Jr. came in, 1-for-1 double and a run. That's high fly in the air. Mears in center, getting up shallow right, and that is out number 2.
The batter, the
Boy,
catcher,
2 up, 2 down here in this half inning alone. Boy, I gotta say, it is starting to get pretty interesting in this game.
ball one.
That one high and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Top of the 5th inning, 6-1 San Antonio. And the pitch. Right there, that's fouled off, and the count now 1-1. The 1-1. Down and in at the dirt for a ball. And that's 2-1. 2-1. And that's the line drive up to left. As that hugs the line. And that is a 2-out single.
The second baseman,
Jesus Bastidas coming in. As he takes in a cold strike, and that's 0-1. 1-for-2, single RBI. That is for Bastidas here tonight for the Hooks. And the pitch. That one right there and in. That's a cold strike. And it's 0-2. Runner at first, 2 away here in this 5-run ball game. Trailing is the 6 runs earned for San Antonio. 5 trailing for the Corpus Christi Hooks, trying to get back the lead. And still nothing on that one. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left. As we head for the bottom of the 5th when we come back, it is 6-1 Missions. Ty Murphy lead it off, as he'll be the designated hitter in this one. So stay tuned. More baseball on the way on this Taco Bell Value Night Thursday. It is the San Antonio Mission 6, the Corpus Christi Hooks 1. About ready for the bottom of the fifth right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, the designated hitter, Kai Murphy, stepping in now for the Missions. As he takes one down and in, it's 1 ball, no strikes. What a good home crowd we have here tonight, right, Bob? Gotta say, absolutely right. That one high fly in the air, up the center, and Murphy down on a fly out for 1 away.
Now batting, the second baseman, Lucas.
Second baseman is Lucas Dunn. He's 2 for 2 and 2 singles of the night. Thursday night baseball underway here this evening. Most of all the Texas League teams are going this evening. Amarillo and Frisco, second game of their doubleheader. And that's going to be hit to third. Zip line it right to first, and they'll get them easily for out number 2.
Shortstop, Ray Patrick. Ditter.
Shortstop is Ray Patrick Ditter, 0 for 2, strikeout and a line out. And right there and in for a cold strike as he went around. Then the count now 0-1. No one delivery, the pitch, and that one's going to be high fly in the air and now go foul. So the count now is 0-2. Jairo Solis already 24 pitches on the hill for Corpus Christi. And he'll swing and miss right there, and that will do it. As that will conclude this 5th inning of play. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. As we go to the top of the 6th here this evening, it is 6-1 San Antonio. You're listening to Missions Baseball right here on 91.1 San Antonio/FM The Bull and YouTube Live. Jordan Brewer coming in as we get ready to start the top of the 6th inning right here. It's 6-1 San Antonio. The Missions lead up in the front by 5 runs. About ready for the top half of the 6th inning right here in the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Jordan Brewer coming in as we step up for the 6th inning here. And that one down in the inside corner. That's a strike. It's 0-1. Well, Lesko doing really well in this ball game. Already 51 pitches. Now that was pitch number 52. As that was a swing and a miss by Jordan Brewer. And the 0-2. That one is right there. Hit to shortstop Ditter. And they do not get him. And that is going to get dropped. And that'll be an E3 on the first baseman. Boy, just kicking himself right there, huh, Bob? Well, I got to say, if you don't know how to catch that ball, maybe you need to go back to practice. And maybe they'll help you a little bit more to get well-focused, well-maintained on where that ball is and how you're going to catch it. That's just one thing that you just got to wake up on. Brian Arias coming in after the run gets on base, reached on an error. And right there, fouled off. That's count now, 0-1. 0-1. That's chopped foul, and the count now, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. And the pitch. Down and in, and the count now 1-2. Well, Lesko is challenging where that pitch was, and so far he's talking with home plate umpire Jeff Andrews on where that one was. The 1-2, down and in, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So far, pretty good on that one. 2-2, one more time. Swing and a miss. Get him on the curveball chasing, and that is out number 1. Boy, he fooled him there on that fastball. Yeah, he sure did. Got him out looking, and surprised he did. And that's going to be right there as Jordan Durden coming in. Right there for the hooks. As that's going to be a base knock, and then to put runners at first and second. There's Kennedy Corona. Corona coming in, swing and a miss at the initial offering. And that's the count now, 0-1. Boy, San Antonio needs this win here tonight. They'd be 1.5 game back against Midland. Rockhounds up there in Springfield, there at Blue River Stadium, getting a pretty good piece against the Cardinals. And right there and inside for a cold strike, it's 0-2. So, 6 games here in San Antonio, 6 at home against Arkansas there at Bayfront Park in Corpus Christi. And then getting on the road and traveling to Midland for a 6 as well. Oh, yeah, I got to say, John, absolutely right. As Corpus Christi's got Arkansas and Midland to deal with after the 6 against San Antonio. Well, that's for sure. Jacob Belton coming in as he comes, and he'll take a strike inside, and the count now 0-1. 2-1, 2 out. 6-1 our score here as we're top of the 6th inning. And the pitch. Right there and inside. And that's count now 0-2. And the pitch. That one high flying in the air and foul. No balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. And that one's going to be gloved by the first baseman, and that will do for this half inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. 6.5 here this evening, as we have 9-1-2 due up for the bottom of the 6th for the Missions, and it's 6-1 San Antonio. Brandon Valenzuela will lead us off in the home half of 6. And we come back here in Texas League Baseball. You're listening to Missions Baseball here on 91.1/FM The Bull, YouTube Live of San Antonio and Jay Baker Vlogs. About ready for the bottom of the 6th right here at the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Brandon Valenzuela coming in as he's 1 for 2 of the evening. And that one high and outside the inside corner. And that's counting now as 1-0. Down and in, that's counting now 1-1. That one right there over the first umpire's head. And the count now 1-2. And the pitch. Hit the first. And that is out number 1.
Now batting, the left fielder, Corey Howell.
And the left fielder, Corey Howell. Coming in 1 for 3, single and a run. And the pitch. And that one hit the first once again. Out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down. They're very quick outs. And that'll bring up Michael De La Cruz as he's 1 for 3. Singled last time up. And the pitch. That one high and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. One more work day of the work week. And so far, got to say, we're extremely happy that you come in and join us tomorrow night for a Friday night baseball here in Missions Field. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. As we head for the 7th inning coming up, it's 6-1 San Antonio in this one. Tyler Whitaker stepping in for Corpus Christi as we enter the 7th inning. We're back after this. About ready for the top of the seventh right here on Baseball Network. Well, Tyler Whitaker stepping in for Corpus Christi as we start up the seventh inning here this evening. Taken outside, 1 ball and no strikes. So far, pretty good right there is 67 pitches. Now let's go. High fly in the air, second baseman Dunn comes in, calls off Ray Patrick Ditter, covering the second base bag for out number 1.
The shortstop, Tommy Sacco Jr.
Tommy Sacco Jr. coming in. He's doubled last time up with a run, 1 for 2 of the evening. And the pitch right there and inside for a strike. And it's 0-1. A pretty good evening for him. He's gone 7 2/3 innings. Still going strong. But evidently still going on the defensive here in this one. No balls, 2 strikes to Sacco Jr. And the pitch. That is fouled off and a souvenir to a fan out there in the stands. And the count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. And the pitch. High fly in the air. Mears coming over, and he's got it. Whoa, great distance right there to record the second out. Yeah, I gotta say, John, he absolutely had that one. He just had to run for it. Yeah, no kidding there, Bob. In now, CJ Stubbs. Stubbs coming in. He's ready to go. And the pitch.
No.
Down and in. That's 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Right there and inside, and that's a strike. Still a 5-run lead for San Antonio, 5 to trail for Corpus Christi. The 1-1. Right there and in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes here in this one. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Get him down on strikes. And it's time to get up a stretch here this evening as we head for the bottom of the 7th. It's 6-1 San Antonio. So get up a stretch. The Missions lead it 6-1. Now we head for the bottom of the 7th right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, center fielder Joshua Mears coming in as he strides up toward the bottom of the stretch inning here for San Antonio. That one is high flying in the air up the left. And that is out number one.
Now batting, first baseman, Nolan.
First baseman is Nolan Watson, 2 for 3, 2 singles and a run. I say our series continues tomorrow night, 7:05, our first pitch against Corpus Christi. And we'll say that it's weekend baseball. Come spend your weekend with us as we continue our series against Corpus Christi. Say absolutely nice that this work week is almost over. What do you say, Bob? Gotta say, on your opinion, I agree that it's been a long week. That one high fly in the air, and that one is up to the center fielder. He'll catch that for out number 2.
Now batting, third baseman, Polly.
Well, Graham Polly coming in. He's ready to go. 2 up, 2 down here in this half inning. And he'll foul that one off. Just got to straighten that one up, and that'll go out of the ballpark, and the count now 0-1. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's the count now 0-2. And that's going to be line drive, and that's going to be all the way back there. That'll hit the wall. And that will be a stand-up 2-out double by the third baseman, Graham Polly. Boy, just crushed that right there. And now the designated hitter, Kai Murphy. And that's going to be lined right there. That's a base knock. And first and third now, still 2 away here in this half inning. Boy, they still have one more out, and if they could get some more runs in, that would be really good for sure. Line drive, and that's up to right. That's a base knock. Runner home from second, and that's going to be a 2-out RBI double by second baseman Lucas Dunn. Boy, they're just cooking with gasoline this evening. They got another run in to score. They're up now 6 runs against Corpus Christi. And we'll say they are going really strong here this evening. Sure is, Bob. Ray Patrick Ditter, the shortstop, coming in as he swings and misses, and the count now 1-1. Well, going good here this evening. And the pitch. Right there and inside. That's a strike. And the count now 1-2. 2 out, 2-1, 7-1. Bottom of 7. And right there to short. And that is out number 3. So a run in to score on a couple base hits. No errors, 2 left. As we end 7 innings here on this evening. San Antonio up 6 runs against the Hooks. Jesus Bastidas coming in. When we come back for the 8th inning, it is 7-1 San Antonio. We're back for the top of the 8th inning right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, before we get ourselves started, we go up to the trip on the mound. And so let's go has served his time for San Antonio. Stephen Kulik is up on relief. It's a right-hander, a four-seam fastball, changeup cutter, and a two-seamer in his arsenal. First time up meeting Jesus Bastidas. As he'll foul that one off. The count now 0-1. 1 for 3 of the evening for the leadoff batter for Corpus Christi. So far, pretty good here in this game. Right there, 1-1. 10,429 in tonight's attendance. Got a full house on a Thursday night. It's a 1-1. Right there outside, 2 balls and a strike. Don't forget our first pitch, 7:05. Gates open at 6. Catch us again on the Flying Chocolate Night. Presented by our friends there at Dr. Pepper. And we are back to normal Saturday evening as taking on Corpus Christi and fireworks show on a Saturday night as well after the game. Sunday, wrapping up a 6-game homestand, and after that on our way to Wichita after this series. Corpus Christi heads home to take on the Arkansas Travelers. The 6-game set there at Bayfront Park, and that's going to be line drive up into right field. That's a base knock. See, San Antonio and Arkansas will not meet each other till the second half of the season start. And that is exactly 2 months from now when we hit July. And the next batter up is Jacob Brewer. He's 0 for 3. Ground out in the 6th inning. Correction, Jordan Brewer. Do apologize. And that's going to be right there in the count now, 1-1. I do got to say, Jordan. And that's going to be high fly in the air, and that one is out of here. And that's a 2-run shot by Jordan Brewer as he rounds the bases. And it's now a 7-3 ball game, and they still have 4 runs to catch up. And boy, pretty good right there as they will definitely get that one up in the left. And we're going to have another trip to the mound now as we're going to have people warming up. Giovanni Cruz warming up for the Missions. New score, top of the 8th inning. San Antonio 7, Corpus Christi 3. The pitch. And that one is inside for the count now, 0-1. So Brian Arias, 0 for 3, a strikeout in the 6th inning, strides up. Got a point average of a 308, which is really good. Over an opposition, 511. And I say again on that cheery note, a .511 on the opposition is one of the best things that in a Double-A. He's just got a rehab assignment in Corpus Christi, and then he'd be on to the Sugar Land and play for the Skeeters, the AAA affiliation for the Houston Astros. Well, I don't think they're called the Skeeters anymore. They used to be called the Skeeters. That's the Sugar Land Space Cowboys. Oh, yeah. That's kind of a weird name for them as well, to be a AAA team for the Astros. Down and in, 1 ball, 2 strikes. To the next batter, Justin Durden. And a pitch. And that one right there, foul. And the count now is 1-2. Boy, what a good night it has been. And that one lifted high in the air. Center fielder Mears making the grab, but that is out number 2.
Now batting, the right fielder.
So pretty good on this evening. 7-3 your score, top of the 8th inning for Corpus Christi. And that one right there and in, that's a strike. And it's 0-1. Here's a pitch. Boy, right there and in, and that's count now 0-2 to Kennedy Corona. And that one hit high fly in the air. De La Cruz in right makes the grab, and that ends the inning. But Jordan Brewer gets a 2-run shot, but they still have a long way to catch up here in this one. And we're going to the bottom of the 8th as we play 8.5 here tonight. It's 7-3 San Antonio over Corpus Christi. We're back here for more right after this. Our proud sponsor of West Creek Trail Rides. Now head for the bottom of the 8th right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Jacob Delapio coming in as he gets warmed up on the hill. 4-seam fastball, curveball, slider, changeup, and everything that he's got as he gets ready for his 8th inning on the hill. Brandon Valenzuela coming in for San Antonio here tonight, as that one is outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Boy, good night tonight here in this one. And the pitch. That one high and outside. Boy, 2 balls, no strikes. A good hold up there. Does a chase on that one. And that's going to be right there, line drive. And that's getting down for the base knock. So pretty good as Valenzuela gets on deck and on base there. And that'll be the next leadoff batter, Corey Howell. 1 for 4, single and a run. ready to go. And that's going to be up to right. And that is out number 1. Michael De La Cruz coming in is 1 for 4, single and a run. And right there and inside for a cold strike, and the count now 0-1. Derek West, Max Roberts, a righty and a lefty warming up in the bullpen for Corpus Christi. Our 2 former missions going up from Frisco up to Miami. That was Jacob Marcy and Nathan Mortarella. That one high fly in the air up to right, and that will be out number 2.
Now batting, center fielder, Joshua.
Well, the center fielder is Joshua Mears. 3 for 4, 2 doubles, a single, and 2 runs batted in. Pretty good on that reservoir as well. That's going to be right there, and it'll be fouled off. The count now 0-1. And that's going to be lifted high in the air up the left, and that will do it. So, no runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. To the top of the 9th we go. It's 7-3 San Antonio. We're back here as Jacob Melton will get things ready. And we're brought to you apart by West Creek Trail Rides here in San Antonio, as that will be horseback riding, and so far our show here on YouTube called Horseback Riding Adventures. The complete first season now available here on YouTube. So check that out. It's a 18 episode first season, and so far a renewed second season coming up when we can get up there and get it filmed and get it ready to go. So a renewed second is coming soon. So back here for more right after this. We're about ready for the top of the ninth inning for Corpus Christi right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Jacob Melton coming in as we're down to their final 3 outs. And that one is high fly in the air. Up there is Pauly. And that is one tough out to swallow on that fly out. And that is out number 1. Tyler Whitaker coming in 0 for 3. A pop out in the 7th inning. Comes in and he'll take one inside for a strike. And it's 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike to the count. And that one hit high fly in the air. Deadly Cruz getting that one. And now they're down against it. Their final out of the night, striding up to the plate. And that will be the 8-hole batter, Tommy Sacco Jr. Boy, that's just really tough, and that will do it. Second baseman will catch that one, and that means the Missions will win in this ball game here tonight. Well, they secure the 22nd. And Corpus Christi 11-24 of the season. So for all of us, we'll see y'all tomorrow evening as we continue our series against the Hooks. And so far, gotta say, happy that you come along and enjoyed this grand old game. Well, see y'all tomorrow. Drive home safely. Final score, San Antonio 7, Corpus Christi 3.
Our final run first for the victorious Missions. 7 runs on 16 hits. 1 error. They left 8 runners on base. For the Hooks, 3 runs on 8 hits. No errors. They left 6 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 16 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.